Yeah. Sweat Equity Podcast and streaming shows from Clusterfuck Studios, their Stopgap Studio, until we find a new home.
Live.
That other voice you're hearing,
Very
Eric Reginger. My name is Law Smith, the other host of this, Little Rusty. Get some pragmatic entrepreneurial advice with dick jokes. That's what we're about. I'm going to tease some topics in this intro. How do you do your first open mic?
Ooh, that's fun.
How do I start automating my life? And how to create a message for your brand? These are questions that were asked in a mailbag kind of style. So we're going to answer them on air. Got to go with hashtag GirthyRI, hashtag 69B2B with that hashtag Sweat Equity. Sponsored by Grasshopper. Try grasshopper.com/sweat. That'll get you $50 off that business phone line. FreshBooks. Get your books. Get them fresh. Get that direct deposit the next day. That's a big deal. I know as a small business owner, if I did QuickBooks, sometimes it'd be like, we'll give it to you in 5 days.
We'll estimate when we think this electronic transaction will take place that we can absolutely control.
And then they'll blame your bank, and then you talk to your bank, and they're like, nah, it's them. And you're like, So, go freshbooks.com/sweat. We'll get you that hookup. Holla if you hear me, like Master P. I was a C murder guy myself. But go freshbooks.com/sweat. Get you a hookup. Gets us a hookup. And then Warby Parker, if you need glasses, sunglasses, prescription, don't go to the retailers. You're getting ripped off. Why are glasses that expensive? It's unnecessary. Find the disruptor. Warby Parker trial.com/sweat. They'll send you 5 pairs to try on. I use them. I'll pull them up once we get the show started, and I'll be flossing them.
You had like a Pennsylvania accent right there.
I did.
Warby Parker.
Warby Parker.
Warby. I went Irish after because I can't not. But
you're out of it. So we need to get the Warby Parker trial.com/sweat. Let's get that out of the way. Incremental is Eric's podcast that and Work Smarter Not Harder is the one I haven't done under this feed.
Those are the 2 podcasts we don't do ever. So
I'm throwing it out there in the hopes that it does come back and we do it. If you can't support the sponsors that support the show, share this podcast with
Give me money
on iTunes, Spotify, Laughable, YouTube, Facebook, Vimeo. Share it with a friend, share it with a loved one, subscribe, rate, review. That all helps. Let's get this mother started.
What about my sweat equity? Sweat equity. Sweat equity.
Howdy toddy! Yeah!
Sweat equity.
Woo! Oh.
Smart guy got it.
What about my sweat
The
equity?
Warby Parker case is kind of nice, right?
Oh.
Look at that presentation.
Yeah.
You know, as I've been
control in there.
my diaphragm, as I've if you're watching the video version of this podcast, I just put on my Warby Parker glasses. I've had for about 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
WP on the inside. Story checks out.
You know, and we're showing the case in the video, but it is one of those things where Apple makes a good product. Part of it is the presentation of the box. As I've been trying not to just give everything to Salvation Army and have all this stuff clustered up from our office move out, that I was like, this is a good time to purge.
Mm-hmm.
As Jocko Willenick, with every bad.
You did it. You said it right.
I've been practicing.
It's the glasses.
It's the glasses that help. With every bad situation, there's good in it.
For sure.
Yeah, we know it, but it's a good mantra to kind of repeat when, you know, you're getting in that victimizing-ish area.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
There's so much stuff that you can be like, oh, I know it's going to be fine. But, like, unless you systematically say it out loud or, like, whatever ritual, like, something that's forced. Like, you have to force it to actually believe it to a point, you know?
Right. And so we're in this Stopgap studio in your place. I'll set one up in mine as another option. Just so we have coverage for this podcast, which we have to apologize for not getting episodes up it has been a clusterfuck
Oh yeah.
to be able to do it. And you're almost dead right
I
now.
feel like I'm gonna poop my pants, baby.
So you got, what time did you get up this morning?
I've been up since like 3.
And we're recording this early on a Friday morning, it's 9:45 right now. So you're feeling healthy.
p.m. Right? That's what it feels like.
You're PMSing, that's for sure.
Am I?
No, I don't think you've ever
I feel-
PMSed. I don't think you've ever really gotten upset about anything to even make the over exaggerating joke of PMSing.
Yeah.
You're
Good.
very much in the buoys.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
good.
what I want.
But as we had to abruptly move out of our studio, no big deal. WeWork is something I was looking forward to anyway, us moving into, and I just saw. Did you see the news about that?
Oh yeah, they're like a huge fraud.
I've been pumping them for only the idea. Obviously you don't know how the inner workings of a conglomerate corporation owned by another. They're owned by Regis, I think. I believe.
Regis Philbin,
Yeah, Regis. Come to my
I got
offices.
some money.
We got co-share. They're open spaces.
I didn't understand how it was gonna work. It seemed like they should charge more. It didn't seem.
I think the model was. I thought the model was mostly squatting on the property, and then the co-share part of it kind of pays your operating costs. So it's more of like
it's a franchise sort of thing that the owners of the building or whatever the.
It's not a.
How does
It's
it
not a
work?
franchise. I don't think. I think the deal. My understanding, if I had to guess, was they would buy the building or buy the space in a building. You know, just like you, not an apartment but a condo, you would buy.
Right.
Buy that apartment in a building essentially and own it. I think that's what they were doing, and then you have the property value of that, right? Over time. You could flip it essentially, and sell it.
Oh, so that, but what
I think
about the
that was the model. Well, the workspace keeps the operating costs, so you have something coming in to pay the current whatever.
Was that always the upfront like business model, or is that just coming out now?
I don't know. This is my guess. This is my total guess without reading a lot. Like just following what they do, because I'm a sucker for like the cool coffee spot. I'm a sucker for co-share workspaces like that. I fall for that marketing. I like it, and I know it too. But I like that idea of being around other entrepreneurial people, especially more digitally kind of oriented people.
Sure,
because we're in kind of a laggard market for that. So
I think it's a necessary thing.
We needed it here more than the other cities, arguably, in a way, to kind of galvanize that community. But I just assumed they're owned by Regis, so they're fine. But now I'm kind of bummed that it's not opening until February here, and then which probably means April
or
May, never. And then it's not good when I signed up to like go do a tour or talk to someone and they haven't got back to me.
Yeah,
on email, like anything.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I get it if they know me.
Top of it,
Yeah.
like that's not good.
So that's not good. And before I forget, if you're in the Tampa Bay area, we have a lot of people that about half our audience is kind of in this area, half is around the world. But
what up, Kazakhstan?
Yeah, we're crushing it. We're like number one entrepreneurial podcast in Pakistan or something like that. I don't know.
I think it actually is Kazakhstan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a real country.
God, what if we were like huge with Al Qaeda?
They're taking all the tips,
like,
slowly building.
Their ROI on their ads are really popping off right now.
Well, we would have a deodorant sponsor. They got to smell bad. Al Qaeda.
Yes,
So
definitely.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
supply and demand. But October 19th, 2019, what is it? 10/19/19. Tampa Pig Jig on the River. I'm wearing the polo to pump it out. It benefits a NephCure kidney disease, NephCure International. It's for a kidney disease. Super exciting, I know. But it's like a country concert mixed with a barbecue competition, mixed with like family fun during the day.
They have chicken.
And
also.
And it's just a good little thing. We've been in-kind sponsors for a couple years. This is the 9th year it's going on.
Oh, it's one of my favorite times. You get the backstage all access passes, walk around like an asshole.
Yeah.
You can drink whatever you want.
Yeah, it's going to be a good day for us. That's a fun day for us because all the digital we do in-kind, it basically stops at least that day.
Right.
And so we kind of get to kick up our heels while a lot of people are scrambling around. But it's a good little reward. It's a good little, good juju too. So I was going back to the purge of our office being a good thing. I've been eBaying, trying to Poshmark, Craigslisting. Once I got in that mode, it's kind of like it becomes easier to just keep doing it.
Yeah.
If you just I'm going to sell one thing off. For some reason, that doesn't work in my head.
Yeah, well, like for stuff like that, a lot of it is just like learning how to do eBay, just like going through the process once. And you're like, oh, this isn't bad. Like, and then you get your own little system. Like you were talking about, you wanted to have like your own packaging station.
I was like looking up on Amazon how to like, if I want to do this on a continual basis is what I was trying to think. Make this more of a habit of like, look, always just be like kind of selling off a bunch of stuff if it has any value, even if it's a wash.
Yeah.
Like you're selling like I have a bunch of baby clothes.
You could sell the hardware on the kitchen cabinets in your apartment.
Like a meth head.
When it's cleaned out. Copper piping.
Yeah.
They don't have copper piping anymore.
I didn't know that.
No,
that's old school.
That's what happened here. That's why the floors are all fucked up. We had a pipe burst.
Here?
Yeah. All over the place. There's a big chunk of floor missing over there because Father's Day, like 2 years ago, squishy floors, and then that was a whole pain in the ass.
Yeah, you should just go with that since
they do it in the ceiling.
You've got kind of a house where you're gonna have kids running in and out probably as they get a little bit older.
Like, what do you mean, like adopted kids?
I feel like y'all's house is gonna be the cool house where you have like where we're gonna go over there and play. Like,
yeah.
Mine was not. It was the opposite. It was like every kid in the neighborhood moved out 5 years before I could even hang out with them.
Scary Larry's house.
Well, and there's no kids in my neighborhood, so it's just like I'm just gonna just chill by myself. I guess a lot. I'm gonna climb this oak tree on my own.
Friends with the security guard who lets everybody in the neighborhood.
So I always loved the houses that like just had always like activity going through it.
Yeah.
And I would just spend as much time over there as possible. But I'm saying like get that tile on the floor that looks like faux wood.
Yeah. Oh, well, we're going to wait for
a
few more years before we replace all these floors because they're with this dog and the kids, they're just going to fuck it up more. So.
Yeah. We got Polly, the mascot of this podcast.
Wandering around, doesn't get up all day. And now he wants to wander
I know. As soon as we start the podcast, he's like, what's up?
Yeah, he's chilling. He's good.
He's a good pup. All right. So let's get into I got a question via a new friend on Bumble named Marina. Was asking me, because I put on my profile that I do stand up, because I think that's kind of intriguing. At least,
for sure.
Set yourself apart.
That's definitely
from the crowd.
One.
It's not this beak. This beak isn't getting women wet. I'll tell you that. So I gotta use I gotta use the gift of gab.
Use your feathers.
Yeah. And so she, her and I matched up on the whatever friend level over there, and then was asking me about, and I want to match with her because she went to the Chicago School of Business. You
want to steal her knowledge base.
That is to me, that's the best. MIT or that school is the best higher institution.
Yeah, and when do you publish your rankings for Law's favorite business schools?
I do my 101 rank. Well, it just came out, so I just started over.
Oh, okay. You got to build that whole 101.
But you think of Harvard.
Touring the country.
You think Harvard, all Ivy League is the best ones. People forget about those two.
Yes,
that's all I'm saying.
And the Ivy League, I forgot about all of them. I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, like when it comes up, went to Harvard, and you're like, yeah.
I
heard you get in.
They're bringing it up.
It's easy to stay in. When I was at Auburn, it was the opposite. It was like super easy to get in, and then they were reading you out. I'd take that anyway. But the Chicago School of Business was named after David. The namesake is Booth School of Business, who used to own the company I worked for. I'd ride the elevator with him. He owns basically Kansas basketball, and everybody was scared of him.
You mean that crooked program?
Whatever, man. You got to play to win.
All right. Well,
now they're all going to get paid pretty soon. So, like nothing. But California. Oh, did you like that? California's like, hey, athletes need to get paid, and we're going to make this happen. I'm like, they're just looking. California's going to tax the shit out of that somehow.
Yeah. They're white knighting it.
It's a total ruse, right? Yeah.
Look at us. Follow our example.
So anyway, my buddy Brendan T. Gleason worked at Dimensional. He got me the job there, and he was like, I ride the elevator with David Booth, who owns the company. Talk to him because everybody's scared of him. And I learned Kansas basketball, Kansas football. It's like Aqib Talib, that guy, huh?
Oh yeah, like, another quality human being.
And he's like, how don't you know about him? And I'm like, oh, I'm a big Kansas football guy.
Yeah. Well, they got Kansas guy. What? Bill Self.
Yeah.
He's the crooked basketball coach.
Mm-hmm.
And then who else?
You're asking. I forget all of it.
I don't know.
I'm surprised I pulled Talib out. But at any rate, that namesake of it's just funny. I just think that's a funny connection, or a weird connection, especially meet someone on an app like that that has that. And then, all right. So let's
What was this person's question?
She wanted to do her first open mic, and I
woman.
wanted to ask, like, who hurt you? Because she's attractive, and it's like there's something going on here.
You don't have to do this,
Now that's the
you
big
don't
thing.
Have to go out
I'm going to extrapolate this out into kind of other ways to be funny in like a presentation. We've talked about it on the podcast before, but it's worth repeating because a lot of people think they're funny and don't know they aren't. And so I think our rule was kind of always just. And we try to do on this podcast, be about 10 to 20%, whatever your funny lane is.
Right. Kick it up a notch.
Yeah. Like this is a more intense conversation than we're normally having when the mics heat up. You and I were kind of like,
yeah.
But that's not exciting for the audience.
We don't bust each other's balls this hard in real life.
But there's an awareness. There's also an awareness that, hey, there's other people listening. But if it's just you and I, pre-show, it's like we're half listening to each other doing something most of the time. So I would say, like, if you want to do an open mic, here's what I said. I said, go watch stand-up live.
Mm-hmm.
You won't
watch an open mic, really.
Right. You won't do that, but go do it. You should.
Yeah.
Now, if you're trying to make a comedy career, that makes more sense. If you're just doing this as like a skydiving, bucket list thing, sure. But if you're going to do it well. So I was like, you should go to live shows. Netflix, the specials are great. Take those in for what they're worth, but they're not really going to teach you how to get through that open mic well.
Yeah, it's going to be, the reason why comedians talk about just having to go up so much, like, especially at the beginning, you got to find out how you're going to make the audience laugh. Like, it's different than making people laugh in conversation.
Yep.
There's kind of an expectation, and like you being funny in conversation might be completely different than how you could be funny on stage.
Yep. Sit down and write a bunch, as much stuff, chop it down to its core point of everything.
Right.
And then build it back up from there.
Yeah.
Now the core point, it has to be a premise or a joke to me. That's how I do it. I'll write something down, and jokes are magic tricks. So if you see the punchline coming or you see the angle,
it's not as funny.
So Bill Burr will take the opposite angle of what society is thinking and just kind of, he almost does it like a lawyer in like a courtroom kind of thing in a movie. He's taking like the Atticus Finchy kind of style.
Yeah.
Is Atticus Finch?
I don't know. That's what Grapes of Wrath.
To Kill a Mockingbird. I'm trying to think. Gregory Peck is the attorney. I think it's Atticus Finch. Anyway, or if that's the kid. No, it's Boo Radley. But basically, or 12 Angry Men is a better courtroom example. Basically spinning it around until you see his angle as funny, even though you don't agree with it. And he might not even really think that.
Yeah.
So that's one, like, have a point of view, right? And then the actual jokes, you have to have a turn.
Yeah, it needs to be unique. You need to make it a surprise.
So watch The Prestige.
Well, it's like I heard...
because it gives you the formula.
That's true. The Gilbert Gottfried thing that I was watching earlier.
So what was that? The roast
of George Takei. one of the most explicit things you could possibly watch. But one of the jokes was like there was a man whose wife was dying in the hospital, and the doctor came out and said, "Listen, we've tried everything. Maybe the one thing to do is, have oral sex with your wife." It's like, all right, doc. And he goes in there, and all the alarms start going off, and there's a flat line, and doctor runs in. And he goes, "What the hell happened?" He goes, "I don't know. I guess she choked."
Where's you got to soundboard yourself. Man, you are like...
I'm out of it.
You're like stroke level bad.
My point was, did you see it coming?
No.
The twist?
No.
So
yeah.
I don't feel good.
Yeah. Man, you are...
And I whipped through the joke, but the idea is that
I can't wait to take that part out of this podcast to show it to you later. We were going to try to bang out two. I think you only got one in you, son. All right, so I just said
I'll do better.
POV, write as much as you can. Keep a pen and pad on you, and try to anything funny in conversation, try to write that down. And this is kind of the rule for any like PowerPoint you have to do for work or wedding toast. Wedding toast under 3 minutes, please.
Yes.
And if you're a chick, a bridesmaid, don't
no
do the thing.
No inside jokes.
No inside jokes unless you explain the inside joke in a
quick fashion, so that everybody can understand it.
Right. Don't get too. It's not a roast. Wedding toasts are not roasts.
Right.
I've seen that go poorly.
Dude, it's yeah.
You know what's kind of the best feeling is every time I've done a wedding toast, I hear like people as I'm walking all the way up, they're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
because they think I'm like gonna bring thunder, and I'm not that kind of comic anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always like, "Oh fuck yeah!" Like you're like,
yeah.
Don't get too fucking.
Yeah,
that feels good, but at the same time, it's like I'm not gonna be like Jesselnick up here.
Yeah, I've done 2 toasts for the same guy, 2 separate weddings.
Yeah.
Killed both times.
Nice.
No, actually, the second time I was
just
about
repeat
as sick
the
as
first
I
one.
was. The second time I was about as sick as I was now, and I almost got the whole wedding party killed from diarrhea.
I'm gonna be so pissed if you give me cholera.
You just showed up here.
You
just showed up at my house.
I'm gonna be so mad if you give me some Oregon Trail shit.
Dysentery.
I had to cock that wagon.
You are drinking the water.
Fjord. I'm not scared.
Fjord
the river. Right?
No,
fjord.
Ford the river. A fjord
yeah.
is a river with mountains on the side.
I'm trying to move on. I just did a dad move. Look.
I'm the one trying to not look stupid here.
I'm doing an old dad move. Look, let's just move on.
What's the meaning of this?
You're doing a funny business presentation. All right. That's a little tougher. Pitches are tough like that. Or you're doing a school project maybe. Make sure you have the everything's down and it's honed on the what you need to get done level.
Yeah, the info needs to be tight before you start adding jokes in.
Then add jokes around it. That's how I have to do it. And then generally just kind of be present as you're talking to people. I feel like that's super important because you can write down stuff and think what in your head, what's funny, but people don't understand there's a reaction to it.
Yeah, it's weird. There's still going to be people standing there in front of you. Like, you could talk to them if you wanted to directly. It's weird.
Yeah. And like, the best thing, the yes and principle when you're conversationally funny is, is an improv rule. It's like 101, but you can kind of...
it's not.
Right. It just shuts down conversation.
Yeah.
Right. So if someone does that, you just go, no, it's not. What,
Yeah. Okay.
But what do you mean?
Real fun.
So it's yes and if not, but this or something like that.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Like keep a conversation going. Act like you're a hostage negotiator.
Yeah, just keep them on the line. Just keep them on the line.
Just keep people talking.
We're so close to tracing the call.
And that's really kind of the trick with hecklers too. If you're not really good at firing back, like immediately, I'll just let them run out of steam.
Yeah.
I got a microphone. It doesn't
peppering them with questions.
Right. It's just like, what'd you say?
Yeah.
And they'll try to be like, and they won't say it.
Yeah.
And you go, I thought you wanted to.
You're a tough guy.
I thought you wanted to talk again.
What are your thoughts, like, for an open micer who hasn't really done timed, I don't know, comedy or whatever? Like, most open mics you get 5 minutes. My experience was I would like write and think I had 5 minutes, and then 3 minutes of what I thought was 3 minutes, they're giving me the light, and it's like, oh fuck.
Better to have more than less, right?
Is it though?
Yeah, but you need to do it
For
like
something for like an open mic, because like my first open mic, I was still going and I got the light, and it was like, oh, it felt like blue balls.
So I remember it.
You there?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I remember it, and you did what everybody does. You feel like you didn't economize your words, right? So it was like there's way more filler,
Right.
and because you have this rush of just trying to get along. The hard part is really, and I still have to remind myself getting up. I've been up thousands of times. It's like I have to, like, before I get on stage, remember to slow down, smile a little bit, act like you're into it, not just trying to think about what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because I have resting bitch face that comes out. But to your point, better to have more and then know, hey, I might have to cut it here.
Yeah.
Say it out loud obsessively in the car is a good time to do that. Do it with beats. And then remember, you're not going to be famous. So none of this really matters.
Right.
So go slowly, take pauses.
And in the grand scale of the universe, we're all just blips on the radar.
Right.
So none of it actually matters at all.
It's
anything that are on Earth that happens.
And when you go to open mics, you'll see it. It'll minimize that whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, let's get these 2 last questions out of the 3, but let's go through those because we got 5. Yeah.
A little bit more than that, but
Okay, so I was asked, all right, because I'm a nerd for the productivity hacks with digital stuff, with integrating apps and whatnot. Like someone was like, it feels so overwhelming when you're trying to tell me a bunch of this stuff, and I go, that's fair.
Yep.
How about this? And she was like, how do I start? How do I just start doing some small stuff? And I was like, okay, that's an easier question to answer. There's 2 apps, or there's an app and a website, I should say. One's IFTTT and the other Zapier.
mm-hmm.
ZAPIER.com. Both of those are basically, the way I explain it is they connect apps that don't connect already.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
App Hub.
So
It's a hub for your apps.
for instance, you have the smart home stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want, I have the Philips Hue lights hooked up to, every time you walk in, the camera and the Nest sees it, it'll do some kind of it'll make the lights blink or something.
Home,
yeah, something like that. Or at a certain time, the lights will go down automatically, right?
Yeah, play Al Green.
Yeah, well, I have it to the sunlight from the Nest, so the Nest will know when sun goes down, and then the Hue lights will kick back up as like a little. I've been trying to do it as a kid's what's it called, nightlight.
Yeah.
Because they get so scared when it's super dark. You know?
Oh, I bought about 9 of them for our house.
I saw in the bathroom when I was blowing it
Tripping
up.
over shit.
You have it automated, old school automated, that when I turned off the lights, that one kicked on because I blew up your kid's bathroom. But IFTTT stands for if this then that. So if this thing happens as a trigger, this will happen as an automation.
Yeah.
And IFTTT is more of the personal one, whereas Zapier's more kind of businessy apps, I would say.
Yeah.
IFTTT has more of like, the city of Tampa has one, so it's like anytime there's a emergency, I didn't know the city of Tampa has an app, but they have theirs in the IFTTT like roster. So you can say anytime something's going down with the city of Tampa needs to get out there, you can get that on your phone as a text and an email, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have one with Weather Underground. Anytime it's going to rain the next day, I want to get an email.
Yeah, but what if you want to know the weather above ground?
Wait, what's that now? But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of good, and you can automate a lot of social media that way if you're having trouble trying to figure out, you hate doing social media, but you need to do it for whatever your side hustle is. We get a lot of those kind of questions.
Yeah, we've used Zapier for like forms on websites to trigger certain things, or go to Gmail, just an alert sort of stuff. But stuff that doesn't connect, it'll connect it.
Yeah, it'll be like if you have a CRM system like Salesforce, Pipedrive, CRM, and you need that data, you need the email from whatever's filled out to go into MailChimp.
Right.
Zapier's probably better for that. If you need something like on IFTTT, like, hey, every time I post something on Instagram on my personal account, can it automatically post to Pinterest?
Right.
You know, and not look like shit too.
Mm-hmm.
You know how like it'll sometimes you can just tell when those things are automated because the caption will have like a bunch of like weird text added to it.
Right.
Or it's not sized correctly or something. So
yeah, for social media, there's probably better.
Social Pilot is a better social media manager. That's $15 a month, and that'll do LinkedIn business and personal. That'll do Google My Business, and that'll do Pinterest.
Yeah,
among the other
with Facebook
and
Instagram and
yeah,
Twitter,
and then you can scale if you need to have multiple accounts for everything.
Yeah.
Newsflash, asshole!
Last one's how I've been creating a couple brand guides for some clients. How do you create a brand's messaging? It's super easy to give this kind of these kind of questions. But what's a brand, right? Let's start there because everybody kind of forgets. It's that blink test. What do people think about you immediately when the name of whatever your brand is comes up? Fritos, I think corn chips.
Mm-hmm.
Good, salty. I'm hungry, kind of thing. That's a brand. That's like brand loyalty over years. That's a legacy brand. For you, the new brand, you have to have like, I want military-like callback, like R. Lee Emery.
Is that the drill sergeant from
Full Metal Jacket?
Full Metal Jacket, good.
Numb Nuts. Yeah, we need to get some of him with Lou Brown going back and forth.
I hit Lou before you said it.
I knew you were gonna go there, man. But you need like military, like if I ran up to you about y'all's, I'm not gonna do it because you're out of it now. But about y'all's dental practice, who are you? What do you do? Why are you better? What's the process? How much is it? Like you got to have like this rubric of whatever the FAQs of very basic elevator pitchy kind of stuff. What's your slogan? What's the brand name officially?
That's the hard one, man. There's so many like
dentist is tough.
Yeah, dentist
because
for
people
sure.
equate everything equally.
Yeah, but at the same time,
reviews
man, just in general,
back that up. Though.
Like it's so easy to start a business. There's so many brands coming out with just whatever brand. It's hard to differentiate yourself.
Yeah, so you have to have credibility in there if you can. That's kind of the second tier, I'd say. But I'd say what are you about? So really, I'll do this again. It's who are you? Who are you? What do you do or offer? What's the product? What's the service? How do I get it? How do I book you? How do I whatever that action is? Who are you? What do you do? Why are you better? Sales. That's your sales angles. That's your competitive advantages. Why are you better?
Right.
Why should I buy from you? These things need to be. Where do I go to get it? Yeah. Online, offline. Where's the store? What's the? So all these basic primal questions, you got to have an answer for them that are like, short sentences, basically.
Yeah. Include them with your brand.
And
anything that you have should try and have these calls to action.
And you personally, as far as a whole theme, why do you as the business owner or part of this business, a partner in it, what's your why?
Right. What's your story?
What's your why?
What job did you quit to start doing this?
Yeah. What's your experience with it? If you don't have experience, why do you think you can do it?
Yeah.
Things like that. Very basic stuff. I'm working on a rubric that maybe I can make a printable PDF because I'm going to start funneling people. I'm going to start borrowing what everybody else does that we should have done a while ago, but a basic rubric that'll have all these questions listed out, and we'll put it on Tokabaga's site eventually down the line. When we do, you'll see me whoring out for it.
Yeah.
All right. That's good, man.
What about my sweat equity?
SweatEquityPod.com.
You need to get an IV, ice bath.
I'm going to ice bath it right after this.
Go to Replenish IV, dog.
What? What about my sweat
Ah.